Ron Rodrigo, you walk into a bar, what are you ordering to drink?
I'm gonna order an old fashioned.
And specifically, what kind of old fashioned?
Rum old fashioned. A
rum.
dark rum old
A
fashioned.
dark
Yes.
rum. Well, you're just in luck.
Oh, wow.
We actually have this Ron Zacapa here. Has anybody ever told you that your name Ron Rodrigo sounds like you could be like a famous porn star? Do you get that?
A lot of people.
Yeah, a lot
what's
of
funny,
people.
What's funny is that Rodrigo is Hispanic first name, so I don't know what happened there, but so I have two first names basically.
Well, and it's that alliteration. We could call you Ron Ron if we wanted to, right? We could call you Ron Ron, but like I'm thinking like Miami Vice, you got like the white suit on, you know, like Ron Rodrigo, get some gold chains out and
I can do that.
Yeah. So, okay, so you ordered a rum old fashioned.
Yes.
Your name's Ron Rodrigo. You have a
Yes.
first and second last name, but specifically, why did we order rum?
Long time ago, I was still promoting. I started as a promoter in the industry. I met
That's
this
rude
girl.
for me to shake when you're talking. You're
That's
trying
okay.
to. No,
No,
it's like.
shake it up.
I'm gonna shake it up.
I want my
I
drink.
to hear this story.
So I met a girl. I took her out. We went to PGT. Please don't tell on Cryptos. Right back then, this was like 10, 11 years ago.
I gotta taste this.
Okay.
There's no bar spoon here. There's supposed to be, but there isn't one.
That's all right. I'll still drink it.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna taste it. Because I don't make a lot of rum old fashions, and rum is sweet already. So you gotta just be careful about the simple. I don't like to sweeten it too much. And for me personally, I always put a little orange in my old fashions because I like to just bring it out. That was always like one of my tricks. I wish we had like actual sugar cubes for you, like, you know, that I could like dilute and be really, really fancy, but this is how we're doing it. Here we go, a little bit of orange, a little bit of cocktail cherry for you.
And the heart.
And the heart specifically for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so let's have our rum old fashioned, little tay for you, a little
Thanks.
champagne problems for me.
Yeah.
Yes. Cheers, babe.
All right.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Perfection.
It is, right?
Yeah, it
I
really
mean,
is.
like,
It's good.
what are you gonna expect? But
It's a little different than the bourbon or whiskey, you know?
Yeah, it is a little bit different, and I feel that rum bite at the end. You can definitely tell that that's like a dark rum at the end. It's not bad.
I love it.
I've never had a rum old fashioned.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I don't typically drink rum because, like I said, I'm a less sweet kind of gal. Like what I like to drink is is a Manhattan with like a pretend that there's it's kind of like a mimosa where it's like champagne and like a dropper.
Yeah, you can pretend it's an old fashioned, but it's really just all liquor.
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, but this is good. Okay,
That's good. One, maybe two. That's it. Otherwise, it's a bad hangover.
Okay, but so before we leave the bar, because I interrupted you with all my shaking.
No, it's okay. I went out with a girl who's now my fiance. I was still promoting at that time. This was like 11 years ago, maybe 12 or so. I don't even know. We went to a really nice cocktail bar. I was still just drinking vodka sodas and stuff.
Oh, shit.
I ordered a vodka soda. Very embarrassing of me.
And she was
she
like-
ordered an old fashioned. Bartender came over, put the old fashioned in front of me, and I was like, oh, that's embarrassing.
Yeah,
I was like, all right, I
yeah.
got to switch it up. So started exploring cocktails more. My family, half Colombian, I'm half Nicaraguan. In Nicaragua, my family has some sugarcane fields, and we grow sugarcane, and we distribute it to rum companies in Nicaragua. So that got me into rums, and that's kind of it.
I love that. My very first club job in the scene was at a club called Rum Jungle in Vegas, and it was at Mandalay Bay. And for anybody,
Tiki bar?
it wasn't a tiki bar. It was a Rodizio restaurant in the Brazilian.
Okay.
So they did the cuts of the meats and everything like that, and then we transitioned into a nightclub, and it was a mega club. Just like every club at some point in Vegas was like the club.
Yep.
This was the club. We had go-go dancers in cages, but we had over 100 different rums,
Wow.
and we took so
a
many
lot.
different rum classes because it was Rum Jungle. But the one we were known for, something I think juice, and it was layered, but we topped it with 151 and we garnished it with an actual piece of sugar cane, and like we would light it on fire, and like it was literally lit.
I'm surprised you never had a rum old fashioned.
No, I didn't drink rum. I've never had anything rum because it is very sweet but beautiful too. Actually, aged rums. I take that back. There's definitely a lot of great aged rums. This is obviously a beautiful rum that you could have.
It says my name, Ron. on the
That's
top.
why I chose it. We needed to get a Ron in here, so Ron Zacapa for Ron Rodrigo. So yeah, cheers
you
to
go.
that, and cheers to the girl that made you level up your drinking.
Yeah, I know.
Cheers to
Yeah,
her. So
cheers.
yeah, what's her name?
Olga.
Olga.
Yeah.
Cheers to Olga. Ron Rodrigo. Welcome to Now We Sip Champagne. Yes, thank you so much for being here. Let's have a little cheers to start us off to our rum old fashions,
Cheers.
our Ron Zacapa rum old fashions for Ron Rodrigo.
Delicious.
Okay, and so a little backstory about how we met, because we got to tell the world our love story. So, I had Rich, who was a DJ working for me, and he actually connected us because I opened up Not a Speakeasy, and Not a Speakeasy was the Ultra Lounge on the Upper East Side, and I opened that specifically for nightlife, and I wanted to have DJs come in there because I had UES, and there was a lot of ask for places to go dancing on the Upper East Side. So I opened up a place to go dancing on the Upper East Side, 84th and 2nd, and then I needed more DJs. And so Rich connected me to Ron, and then Ron came on, and you were my DJ manager for, I mean, you're still technically my DJ manager.
A little bit here and there, sure.
But that's how we met, and it was many, many DJs you brought in. I mean, I'm sure they're all watching. Some of them are,
they'll be watching.
They'll be watching for sure. So some really great DJs that I wasn't able to listen to all their sets, but some of them fantastic. Intel, you know, is like one of my favorites. I know Decoded, he did a lot of fun things, and then Mills was like ended up being like a staple over there for a long time. So a lot of great DJs, and I didn't make it easy for you. I didn't make it easy for you as far as DJs because I was like, they can't drink, they can't drug. Sometimes I gotta fucking play. They have to play Taylor Swift.
Every 1.5 songs.
Every 36 seconds, please interject a Taylor Swift line and then also be happy about it, but then also make it cool and like don't be upset when you play a half a second of another song and the entire crowd is upset with you. And respectable and shows up on time. It's just like a lot.
They did it.
Asking.
I will say it wasn't that hard. The only reason being is I've been doing it for so long that like I want to make money doing it. It's fun, but I want to make money doing it, and so do these guys. These guys have been doing it for a long time. The drugs, I don't think any of them do anything at all. But they're there to work and they have fun, so it wasn't too hard. You know?
No, and like I said, everyone you've brought through, you know, I think there was maybe only one DJ in our entire history together, 4 or 5 years, where we shook hands and we were like, not for us.
I'd say not for us.
Not for us, and that's totally okay. I mean, you know I'm from Vegas. You know I'm from Vegas where, you know, DJs
Oh, you've seen a lot too.
Yeah,
so you know.
Yes, and the only reason why, because you know, not only do I love DJs, but I love nightlife, but I also love to get lit and have a good time. But the way that I run the company, it's more of the example for the rest of the staff is having a dry company, having a dry house, having a place where, because I worked in the nightlife for so long, seeing all the things that can happen when management or owners are drunk, drugged.
Yeah, how are you gonna yell at somebody when you're doing it too? You know.
Yes, and then you know things happen like theft and. Then people wonder why this industry is such a revolving door, but you got to run this business like a business. So, okay, so that being said, you were my DJ manager, and so like let's start from the beginning. How did you become a DJ manager?
I started, like I said, a long time ago. I think my first job in a nightclub or a bar, I was 15 years old actually. I would have my friends from high school drive me to a teen night, where obviously there was no liquor being sold. I mean, maybe we'd drink beforehand, which I was really young to be drinking. But I'd go, the manager's name at that bar his name was Ron. I would get paid $2. I think I only got the job because we had the same name. $2 per flyer that had my initials on it. That's all we did. That's all we got paid.
Oh, shit.
Started like that. Then, I mean, I'm 42 now, so 15 years old was a long time ago. So I started then. From then on, you know, obviously school and all that stuff. Went to college. Didn't do good in college.
What'd you go to college for?
Just to
marketing or to
I don't even know. I was there for like half a year maybe.
Okay, good. Don't waste your money on college if you're not doing anything with it. Yeah.
Handed out flyers at college. Got people to come to my party, so that was good.
Yep.
Started doing more teen nights. Got older. Kept promoting. Blah blah blah. Started working at nicer places. Worked at hotels. Did the W Hotel, Gansevoort Hotel, Dream Hotel. Got to learn more about like, you know, how to start managing a venue. Someone gave me a chance. Started managing. Started seeing bands go there and DJs, and I was like, I can do better than this. And I realized that when I became GM, I would get probably like, you know, every week I'd have a DJ call me for money. I'd have maybe like 10 invoices, whatever entertainment was there. It gets kind of like annoying. So I was like, I can cut that out for another manager somewhere else. Started my own company, started booking. Now it's, you know, 1 invoice a month, 1 1099, one person you got to deal with, which is me. I pay the other guys out, and that's it. Kind of simplified it for, I know both sides, the entertainment side and then the management side.
Okay, but you did two things. I mean, you first of all, you saw what needed to be fixed, and you said, "I can do better than that." And what were they failing at? What could you do better that they were already doing?
I mean, kind of things that you were just talking about, whether somebody like lack of professionalism because some of the people that were coming in were really young, or they'd get somebody for a little bit cheaper, or not promoting enough, or some of the guys I worked with in the beginning, they didn't even know what an invoice was, or that they had to pay taxes because they were DJing. I'm like, well, this is the Gansevoort Hotel, this is the W Hotel. They're not going to pay you in 3 days. It'll take 30 days, but I can pay you in 2 or 3 weeks. And then just kind of like overseeing everything. The GM there has to worry about his staff, about theft, like you said, about somebody drinking. This person didn't show up on time. They got to jump behind the bar. They got to go cook. They got to do dishes. They can't worry about, is the guy playing Taylor Swift every 36 seconds? So that's what I'm there for. So I'll make sure I'll explain to them. I cut that out for the manager so he can focus on the venue himself.
So essentially like administration, running the DJ business like a business, right? Yeah. Back to, like you said, like what I said.
Anything can be a business if you treat it like one.
Everything should be a business, and you should treat everything like a business, including your relationships, including everything, the effort that you put in when you show up. I always say that the 3 C's in business: communication, consistency, and cleanliness, and then a great business is Cortney Bond. But these 3 C's you can apply to anything in your life. Are you consistent? Do you communicate? Are you clean? And when I say clean, not just like, the tops of things, but is your nose clean? Are your books clean? Mm-hmm. Are you running a clean operation where, again, your staff feels like their questions are answered, where you pay attention to, certain bombs and things? And, what you said is something that, you became this position. I say this a lot, like sometimes when it comes to like a bar manager, like they will present themselves. Mm-hmm. They will show themselves. You just have this type of brain. Like you didn't go to school to be like, well, invoicing, it's just like something inside of you. I always, like I say that in life, you're the executive or you're the sous chef. The executive chef is, the one that's like got their name and they're the ones that are the face, and then you've got the sous chef that's doing like all the work, that knows all the recipes. Yep. That's essentially, so you're just gonna have to know who you are in life. And I feel like you being a manager, you could have worked for others, but you saw the problems, you identified the problems, you're like, this is how we're gonna fix it. Because we know at the end of the day, especially owning a business, I've said this to you before, you're just a firefighter, yeah. Right? Like, so where's our cute uniform? Nope. So like, all we're doing is putting out fires every single day. It's just a new host of issues. You handle as many as you can this day, and then tomorrow there'll be another fucking another crop.
I think that's how it works though, because whether it's a DJ or whatever other job it is, if they focus on their job, I focus on mine. I don't go DJ. You don't want to. I don't know how to do it. You don't want me to do it.
That was my next question. No. Do you know how to DJ?
No, because you know what? I feel like, and this is not knocking anyone else who does it. It's just, and it makes sense if a DJ wants to start his own company. Sure, I just know to stay in my lane. I'm good at what I do. They do what they do. At this point, I think I tried it like twice when I was like young or something like that. Okay, back when you had to put the CDs in the thing.
Oh, yeah, that's
and like a pyramid mixer and like the speakers with the carpeting on it. And I mean, if I'm small now, imagine how short I was back then. I had to like lug that stuff. But even back then, you know what I did when I didn't want to DJ, I didn't want to do it, but I had a truck. So and I had the equipment because I had the money to buy the equipment. So my 2 friends wanted to DJ. So I just remember I made a little contract. It was called Ron something Nation or something like that, and I did weddings, and I would charge like $1,000. And I mean, I would take a nice cut of the money because I had the transportation, I had the equipment, I had everything. They would go DJ. I'd be there to oversee everything. I'm like, oh, this is like what I should be doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm going to tell you, though, this is on my list. It is the one blind spot I have in business. And I always say, don't have a blind spot in business. I don't know how to DJ. Okay. And I'm going to learn how to DJ. But what the thing is none of the DJs want to teach me how to DJ. And I teach this to the staff all the time. Like when you know something and you want to teach it to somebody else, they're like, well, you just do this and you press this and you press that. And then a person is there like, the brain is not, and not mine. Like, everybody learns differently. Like in school. You
have to do it.
I have to do it. Yeah, my brain has to mentally attach itself to the action, to the direction. And so I want to learn how to DJ because that is the one spot that when they come to me and they're like, this this won't turn on or this. And I'm like, damn, I had a DJ come in here, connect these cords. I mean, the way that I can speak to construction is because I literally learned how to do these things. So I can fix a plumbing issue. I can fix a toilet faster than I can fix a DJ issue. And so that has always been on my list. And I reached out to Posh DJs because they're always saying that they're hiring DJs. They always say on their pod, they're always like, don't have to have any experience, just, like send us a, but I sent the application. I never heard back. So like, I'm wondering, Posh, like, where are you at? I'm going to tag them in this. Yeah, but I need a DJ also, because this is the other thing about when you have like a skill, like I see this a lot too. Like, you don't want to pay it forward. You don't necessarily want to give that skill, because then you feel like if somebody else has that skill, they may take that.
That's a bad way of thinking, though.
It's a terrible way.
People to succeed with you.
You should always want people to succeed. I see it in bartending a lot, where once a bartender has acquired a certain amount of skill, and then you have somebody that's like brand new, they don't necessarily want to pay that skill forward. I'm like, make everyone better. At the end of the day, you have two choices of the type of human you want to be, and you can either withhold information and use it as a weapon, or you can make someone better.
It's just bad business, because if you're good at something, right, and you meet someone and they want to learn and they end up becoming better than you, that's okay. Unless they're a crap person, they're gonna either take your job or whatever. Who cares? Then you got rid of it. You don't have to be with the person, but usually they'll remember you and they'll carry you with them. Now you got someone better than you who is probably the best on the team. So why wouldn't you want that person with you?
Absolutely.
Like,
hell yeah.
It's dumb business.
I mean, I haven't bartended in 20 years, so I'll
get someone to teach you how to DJ. Although I don't think you should. You know why? You know what's gonna happen, right? Because
I'm gonna want to DJ.
No, you do everything. Then someone's not gonna show up. I'm running a little late. Don't worry. Don't come in. And you're gonna just get on there.
Yeah, but maybe I'll just
Taylor Swift playlist all night.
Okay. Like, I know I love Taylor Swift, but it was never like that. As a matter of fact, you know what the mural...
I'm just kidding. I know you like
know
hip-hop and everything.
Yeah. And you know all the venues I've had. Like, yes, we play Taylor here at Champagne Problems, but you also know, like, that's not where I go as far as, like, personally on music.
You'll end up... Sometimes I wish I could DJ only because some of the people are like, oh, like, there's some, and I'm not speaking about anyone specific, just sometimes... The hardest thing about being your own boss is getting up and making yourself go. If you have someone yelling at you, then you're going to show up. You got to be at a certain time. I had to be here at 12. I was nervous. I was like, but if you have to make yourself get up, that's the hardest thing. So sometimes I'll call somebody, hey, I got this gig available. Can you help me out? You know what, man? And listen, relationships are important, but I was going to take my girl to get her hair done. I'm like, really, guy? Really? Maybe that's not the girl for you. Go work and make money. I would go take those gigs and I wouldn't even call anyone. That's the problem. So I don't know.
What kind of girl are you dating that doesn't want you to make paper? Because then he has more paper to pay you for your hairstyle. Like, always.
It's a dumb example, but like those little excuses, like where I would jump on and I'd be like, I'll go do it. But we don't have the time either. So
yeah, definitely.
Let's see, the lineup is gonna say, what's your DJ name?
Me?
I know you've thought about it.
No,
right? That's
I haven't. Oh my God, not till this very minute.
No, we gotta come up with one
because
now.
Like, I can't say Bond, right? Like, how many times, how could bonded? Like, I don't know. CJ was my nickname when I was younger. In my second grade class, there were 3 Cortneys. I'm Cortney without a U, and then there was a Courtney with a U, and then there was a third
without a U.
Courtney without a U. I know. I was just thinking, would that be it? It's Courtney without a U. Like, I don't need you. I don't know. But like, I'm gonna, like Paris, because she's DJing, obviously we know. And in one of her concerts, she was like, because they were holding up signs, like kind of hating on her. She's like, you're just mad at me because I'm good at this and I'm hot. So like, I want to follow in Paris's footsteps. Like the thing with DJing is that like, I love music. Like, I love music. I love sound. And the one thing that I see sometimes with DJs is like, they love their music. And that's what's, we talk about we're in hospitality. And so we have to be hospitable. So depending on the house, when you walk into a guest house, you have to follow the guest rules. And if it's take the shoes off, you take the shoes off. If it's we only drink white, then we only drink white. Like, whatever the rules of the house are, you follow. And that being said, what kind of crowd you get, you want to make them dance. At the end of the day, the bar, we want to get people to dance. It's the one thing that I have no problem doing. Like, we just had our anniversary party over at UES, and I know that everybody wanted to dance, but it always takes like that one person. Oh, I'll dance alone all night long. I have no problem. Sober, drunk, it doesn't matter. So I get up, and then before you know it, everyone's dancing. But you want to get, like, that should be obviously what the DJ wants, and that's what we want, in a nightlife establishment. We want you dancing, drinking, vibing, having a good time. Take a scan. Are people moving? Are their shoulders? Are they like ready to go? Sure. Have you lost them? And I see that sometimes with DJs where like they think their sound is the best sound that they've ever heard, and they're like, oh my God, this is my jam.
You have to play for the venue.
You have to play for the venue. Like, yo, throw some ABBA on if you've got, you know, a bunch of women that just want to be dancing queens.
ABBA's always good.
ABBA is always good. It doesn't matter where you're from or what your age is. When you throw on Dancing Queen, you can get people dancing. But yeah, it is something that it's body language. You're reading that the same way you're reading it as a bartender. You know, did they like that drink? Are they sipping on it? Are they saying that they like it, but they don't really? So it's the same thing with a crowd. Is the DJ looking out? Is everyone dancing? Are people getting down? So there's a skill to it. There's a science to it, because everyone's a bartender and everyone's a DJ. Literally, the 2 DMs I get on the daily, I'm a DJ, I'm a DJ, I'm a DJ, I'm a bartender, I'm a bartender, I'm a bartender. And I don't doubt that the DJ plays music and the bartender makes drinks. But to be truly, you know, skilled in your field, you have to have this extra quality or this wit about you, which is that hospitality piece. Like, sure, are you being hospital? Are you taking care of your guests? Are you seeing anticipating the guest needs?
You're doing it for yourself because you like it, but unless you're DJing at home or it's a party you're throwing and you're saying, come listen to what I like, you're working for somebody, you're getting paid. It's a job.
Right.
You know, do it.
Right. Definitely.
Do it. Add your flavor to it, but it's a job.
Yeah. All right, so we'll put that on the list. I'm going to learn how to DJ.
Okay, and got to come up with a DJ name.
And I have to come up with a DJ name.
It's going to be on your mind now. It's good.
Look what you did.
Yeah, well, look what you should have thought about it.
Look what you did. I should have thought of it. I should have. DJ CJ? Is that annoying?
Yeah.
DJ CJ, that's a little annoying. DJ CJ. Well, I mean, considering CDLs, I don't know. I'm going to put some, this is like, great, thanks. This is you're the problem. It's you.
It's important. You're
the problem.
You got to market yourself. You have to have a name.
This is why our brains have always like been the same way, because like you said previously, we have like a million things we already really need to get to, but then something will light our fire and we're like, well, we'll add that to the list. So now I'm really going to put a lot of effort into the DJ name that I'm going to have, even though I'm not going to DJ anytime soon, but I'm going to learn how to DJ so that I can speak to the DJs and I can fix any problem that there is regarding DJs. So, okay, on the list. Okay, so you've never DJ'd before, and you're a Jersey boy, born and bred?
Yes, I was born in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Born in Hoboken, New Jersey. All right. Yeah. So
I like New York, though. I love New York. I always come to New York. I've been working in New York forever. I've tried a couple places in Jersey, and there's nothing wrong with them. And I hope anyone from Jersey watching this does not get mad at me, but there's no hustle like there is in New York.
No, listen.
I find if I was working in New York and, you know, maybe you get tired, like I'm tired of getting home at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning after doing the checkout or counting money or whatever. Go get a job in Jersey. That's to be nice and like slow down. I get bored so fast.
Yeah. Listen.
So New York is where it's at.
I mean, Sinatra started it. He's a Jersey boy, but he's just, you know, he's a New Yorker, and it's no one to sing in Hoboken. So, I mean, the song is not New Jersey, but we all know that that's true of anyone that has this attraction to New York. It's like, it's a hit. You take a hit, and like, everything races, your heart races, the blood flows, and you hear that word, it's energy. We always are attracted to New York because of the energy, and it's not for everyone, but for the people that it's for, and we can't go anywhere else or do anything because we are already, it's just something that lives inside of us, this go, or this like wanting for more. So, okay, so now you have your own DJ company.
I do.
And you facilitate DJs in both New York and then Jersey as well? Or?
Yeah, I do Jersey as well. Yeah? Sometimes I'll do like kind of like a couple things in Chicago sometimes. If some of the guys from here, if we're going to visit a friend or we'll travel there, Miami sometimes. But it's mostly Jersey and New York, yeah.
Okay. And give me an example or give me a night or a time. Have you ever had an issue with a DJ at a venue? Like, listen, I was told I'm not interesting, so I'm gonna make you be interesting.
No.
So then this way, I'm just saying, like, you gotta give the people what they want. So like, tell us about some like shitty ass story where you had to pull a DJ, and you had to. And this is where I imagine you step in and you're like, you know, get your Spotify playlist out. Like, give me something.
I've had some. I can't think of anything too crazy, but I've had. It happens. You can't. I want to bat like, you know, perfect all the time or pitch a perfect game all the time or whatever. But it happens. Either sometimes people are late. There was a time when sometimes even the most responsible people have an off day and they get too drunk at a venue, and that's not good. Then the manager, like you were bringing up, like, oh, maybe I let them drink too much, maybe not, or their friend that they bring is embarrassing. I had a DJ leave a venue early because his friend was too drunk and he had to take her home. I was like, no, we don't work anymore. I did have a good story is I had a DJ on stage. He had just met a girl. He invited her out. Totally not his fault at all. She got way too drunk at the venue and she kept jumping up on the stage trying to get him down and make out with him on stage. And he's an awesome person. He's a great, awesome DJ. And I looked at him. I had a DJ that wanted to work with me next to me.
Oh, and he was like, see?
Yeah, and no, well, not even that. Actually, I liked that he didn't say. I was like, you have your laptop on you? He's like, yeah. He's like, do you need me to go up? I'm like, please.
Oh.
And I texted the other guy, and he came down. And I was like, all right, let's see what this guy. And it was like a big club, like a real nightclub. And he did awesome, and we've been working together for like 5-6 years now. And he's amazing.
Who is it?
I think he DJ'd here before, UFOso.
Oh,
DJ
yeah.
UFOso, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like him, too.
I liked him beforehand. I just never had a chance. Like, there's so many people that I work with that I already like, and it's hard to chance on somebody if you don't know them.
Right.
So I didn't want to give him something bad. I didn't want to give him something too good. I don't, and he jumped up and he did it and he was great.
That's what we call the hero shift.
Yeah.
That's what we call the hero shift.
And he jumped in. Maybe he was tired. Maybe he didn't want. He
doesn't
jumped
matter.
In and
You're the hero.
And the guy that was DJing was awesome. Like if he sees this, it's not your fault.
He's gonna see it. We're gonna show him. Like, do I know him?
He didn't know. He had just met the girl. The girl stunk, by the way. Get her out of here. So
damn. I hope she's watching too.
Yeah,
because you know what? It can sometimes be the entourage of the DJ. That happened here at Champagne Problems. Dubs had a friend, and I know he's watching this, so I don't care because, they told me to be interesting, so let's go.
That's it.
He had a friend that came in that was just like, totally vibing out to support, which we appreciate, but like vibed too hard and got too drunk and then went to the bathroom. And because he was so drunk, instead of leaving the bathroom normally, he fucking fell into the bathroom door, smashed the glasses everywhere. He takes a look and then he leaves. And I'm like, and he was the last person in, and I had told my manager, I was like, this guy is a little too, we need to just like get him out. And instead of immediately getting him out, he let him go to the bathroom that one last time. And that one last time cost me an $800 piece of glass on the floor. And I, of course, had to tell Dubs, and he was apologetic. I think I reached out to you. Remember, I reached out to you and I was like, yo, have you had this happen? Like, what do you kind of like do? Because it's not Dub's fault directly.
No, it's not. Sometimes.
No, it does happen.
You would hope that your friends show up and respect the venue, and maybe the guy meant to. Maybe he went past his limit. I don't know the guy that did it.
Yeah.
But I think Dubs is a good guy. I don't know if you guys work together anymore or whatnot, but sometimes it's not. You got to judge the situation. Everything's different.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah. And like, since I already run like a tight house as far like DJs go, there's less of the everyone's getting lit and everyone is like acting wild. But yeah, I mean, there's a line. Like, we want people to party and have a good time. Sometimes the line gets crossed. You just like don't know, and then.
But that's kind of the problem too, right? Everybody wants the DJ to be the promoter, and I'm not saying you. Just they want the DJs to be like, oh, can he bring a crowd? Can he bring a crowd? You want a crowd? He's gonna bring a crowd. If you post it up, we don't know who's really his friend, who's really not his friend, who's not. Unless we get the DJ just to DJ and the promoter is just to promote or whatever.
And then you can blame the promoter.
But now,
and then you don't blame the DJ.
But now I see both sides. Like, DJs should kind of, I think all the older guys are better than the young guys right now. All the guys, like, I mean, you got Big Ben, you got Scram Jones, they do like either real vinyl sets, or they really know how to work the equipment and DJ for a crowd and all that. But I'm not going to ask those guys how many people you're bringing tonight. They're like, those are like the OGs. Those are like the real DJs. But now if a college kid wants his shot to DJ somewhere, the manager's like, hey, can you bring me a crowd? But it's either you want to pay two people, the promoter and the DJ, or just the DJ. As a manager or as an owner, it costs more money to pay more people. But if you want somebody good to do their job, just like we were talking, everyone has their role. This guy's going to do his thing. This guy's going to do their thing. I'm going to manage. Owner's going to be the owner and pay the bills, keep the lights on. That's where like the lines get blurred a little bit. But.
Yeah, you know what? I
see both sides. I would love for the DJ book to bring me 20 people.
Yeah, I never was about making the DJ bring people, because I am very used to the structure of the promoter
Well, I mean,
is
from
the
Vegas,
one.
so you had
The
people.
promoter. I mean, at the same time in Vegas, though, we all had to bring in people. We, as bartenders, had to meet our quota
that's
of a
right,
list.
yeah.
We all did. And I know I've said it in previous episodes, but it's like you were calling whomever you could, especially
Just to get somebody out.
just
Hey,
to get
it's
the
me
bodies in.
again.
Because we know you just need bodies. Nobody ever wants to walk into an empty place, and it just needs just like a little seed planted in order for, the flowers to grow. And so, yeah, you all had to pitch in, especially in Vegas, where you had to audition for these jobs. You had 30 seconds to make a
you
drink.
had full-on security teams.
Yeah.
You had 20 managers running a venue.
Yeah,
everyone with a different
yeah.
shift or a different floor or section.
Right.
Right
And-
now, you're doing security, owner, manager, bartender.
But not DJ.
Not yet.
DJ CJ. No.
Coming soon. Maybe.
Yeah, so as an owner, I have just paid DJs. Like I never required the DJs to bring in. Things are different, and it's more so just because the industry has changed altogether for all of us. Let's be real. I get asked this all the time, is nightlife different? Yeah, it's different. It's different. I was out the other night and, in the city, and the crowd, they're really young.
I saw you were hopping around.
Yeah, because I want to see. I want to see. I want to see what's up. I'm all about nightlife. I still love it. Like people are. I had Ariel Pallets on. She was the nightlife mayor, and you'll see it eventually. But she talked about people aging out of socializing and aging themselves prematurely. And I hear that shit all the time about like, oh, I'm 40. I'm like, okay, you can say it. And it was actually Samantha Jones. She's like, it's the way you say something. It's like, you can say, oh, I'm 40. But the way I say it is, I'm 40.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking 40. Like, yo, and that's a fuck that was deserved. So just, I think that was my first
That
one
was
for the
deserved. Good. There
podcast.
you
So,
go.
like, let me get one in. But I went out at 11:47 is when I left my apartment to go out.
Yeah.
And I was out until literally Acme closed at 4, and I closed that place out. And I was like, where else can I go? Because, she made this point that put it in not a different perspective, but just like shined light on it, which I know that you can agree that going out and being out is not just about getting drunk at a bar. But I mean, for me, like feeling the music and being able to move my body. I say this a lot. You've heard me say this, we vibe until we die, but like we have to move our body because we can get real frail real quick if we want to, our minds and our bodies. We can sit in a chair, but that's what we're going to end up doing. At the end of our lives is sit and wait to go. So while we can move, just like anybody that is maybe like paralyzed or can't do the things that we take for granted, go up and down stairs, take
It really is a state of mind. It's how you feel. It makes you
Yeah.
feel good. It makes you feel, I say young, meaning just like in spirit. If you go out and you socialize a little bit, or you don't have to drink. You don't have to drink. Go out.
No, you don't have to drink.
And have
When
fun.
I was, like I told you, like when my best girlfriend and I had my first fake, I think I was like 15, and Danica Miller, I'll never forget that fake ID. Oh my God.
My name was Dennis Valone.
Yeah, Dennis!
I used to work for his dad, and he used to take his ID.
Okay, but it was a real ID.
Yeah, it was a real
Okay,
ID.
because it was a matter of, did you get a fake or do you have a
no,
real
I
ID?
used to make fake IDs though.
Oh my God, finally you're interesting.
Yeah.
Like I asked you to be interesting hours ago.
I'm sorry. I used to make fake IDs in high school. I grew up in Sea Caucus, and our library cards. My town. I mean, it's okay now too, but it's in Hudson County, so a lot of the liquor stores and stuff is still open till 2 a.m. Where like most of Jersey closes at like 10. They don't serve liquor or beer and stuff like that.
Oh.
So I used to make fake IDs for high school kids though, that were library cards for our library, which is also a public library.
Yeah.
I used to go to the ice rink because I used to play hockey, and I used to get the laminates for the ice rink, and for we would rent skates and stuff like that, and put a fake little barcode from like a arts and crafts store on the back of it, take their photo and laminate it. And they would go in town and be like, oh, I don't have my ID, but I have my library card, and buy cigarettes and...
Shit, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so wow. Okay,
$50.
$50 for
I don't
one?
make them anymore, guys, but
I don't know. I feel like I hear side hustle.
Nah, that's
So,
I have Photoshop now.
oh my gosh,
I was making them. It was like little black lines on like paint, and you would put like the name, fake address, and your age, and there was no. It's just a barcode on the back
just
of
like
it.
a laminator
Yeah,
from like
but
Staples.
it said Secaucus High School, so people thought it was like a real ID, and they're like, okay.
So it had the date of birth on it, or it didn't?
Yeah, date of birth.
Oh, it had
Because
the date of birth,
when-
and they,
yeah,
and they
it's
were
a-
like, I don't have my ID, but I have my library
Yeah, I
card.
have my library card. Yeah.
Wow, and
And it would work because-
and they're a scholar. They're obviously reading.
They
so.
worked for like a year and a half. Then like the cops caught on, and I didn't get in trouble. But the stores weren't selling anymore to us or anything.
Good for you.
That was back when I remember a pack of cigarettes was like $4.23 or something like that.
You look at me. Do you smoke cigarettes?
No, I don't. I used to.
Okay,
A long time ago.
Don't smoke cigarettes.
No.
Okay, it's not good for our beauty. Yeah, like wow, that really does age you. Anytime you're like, oh, I remember when.
Yeah,
gas
okay.
used to
That's
be.
why I don't care. You said fuck 40, you good.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
42,
No, we're looking at yo.
I did a lot. I'm still doing more.
Kris Jenner just turned 70, looking better than all of us put together. So I can't wait for my new face in 30 years.
Yeah,
like,
you're not.
So I'm good.
You're not
I'm good.
ugly. You're just broke. Is that?
Yeah,
what they
that's
say?
it. You're not ugly. You're just broke, and
That's it.
ain't that the truth? So, okay, so you made fake IDs out of library cards. That's amazing. So,
No.
yeah, I had my first fake ID, Danica Miller, and she was a girl. It was a real ID. She was just heavier, so I did the whole I lost weight thing.
No.
That was my hook.
Nice.
And my best girlfriend and I, we would go dancing literally every single weekend, and didn't drink a drop because, like I told you, I was an athlete.
Yeah, you
Drinking
weren't
was not
drinking,
it.
sure.
But yeah, we would dance, and we would leave the club sweating, and we would be out till 4 a.m. just like laughing. We would get Jack in the Box or whatever, like in Vegas. And that fake ID really got me through my early years in Vegas. And I will tell you an amazing story about that fake ID. So there was a club in Vegas called Tangerine, and this very famous door guy, Jason Nolte, which if anybody's watching from Vegas, they obviously know exactly who I'm talking about. And I walked up just like I'm ready to like always walk up, and he asked me my sign, and I was like,
Oh.
because I knew the address,
You
like
the
I know the
address, you knew
birth
the
date,
date of birth.
and I was like, and he caught me because like I had that like, oh shit, I don't know, and then I like stumbled out with something, but he knew, so he kept it, and that was it. That was the end of my fake
Yeah.
ID. Jason Nolte got me on that, but it was like a lesson I learned. Then years later, I was running the front door of a club called Godspeed. It was at the Foundation Room, and Godspeed was our Monday night industry night. It was the only night that we were open to the public. Other than that, it was like a very expensive members club. And I ran the front door, me and my host or whatever. I was the girl you had to go through to get in. I was the girl calling the pimps to get the right hose. I was the girl. I ran the door. And so we had a big club coming through. Okay, we knew that this big club comes through. And my guy, Joe, who was like my right-hand guy, and he was like, yo, this guy's asking about you. He's like asking your situation. And I'm like, what? What guy is asking my situation? It's this guy, Jason Nolte, who had taken my fake. And I was like, wow, okay. So we went on a couple dates. It ended at a couple dates. He's a very nice guy. Like I said, he was a staple in Vegas. He ran the most important doors forever. He unfortunately passed away and got sick and passed away. And so we all remember him very fondly. But that was my fake ID story that came around full circle all these years later. And then he wanted your girl, Danica Miller. So, yeah, but like back to what you said, and people like, they ask all the time about people not drinking. No, they're not drinking. They're smoking. They're not drinking. They're not drinking because, yes, people are in their like zero proof sober era right now. And it's kind of like, the pendulum swings. And what happened is that during the pandemic, the pendulum swung to one side. Everyone was depressed, fucking fucked up about their futures, scared, not sure, just not sure. And so they drank. They were, all they could do was sit at home.
Everyone was a bartender at home.
Everyone was a bartender at home. Everyone was drunk at home.
Yep.
And we were missing. And so that did cause a rise in things, in anxiety, in suicides, in things that, and everyone in my circle knows, like, I don't drink when I'm upset or sad, because
that's a bad reason to get a drink. You gotta
and because I love to drink, right. And I don't want to associate or correlate those two things with like, now I'm upset, so now I'm going to drink, because we all know that alcohol is a depressant. Like, we know that it's going to bring out those innermost thoughts. So if you're
that's what you're thinking about at the moment you're grabbing the drink. So
so then so now the pendulum is swinging the other way, where people kind of want like a break from, I think, that mental space of being scared and being this. So they want that clarity. So that's why I feel like a lot of younger people, they're not drinking, so their brain is not clouded. And I'm with that. At the same time, like I said, I'm an athlete. I'm all for sober. For nightlife, there's still a lot of people, and I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen that like millennials are the ones that are like really making drinking a comeback, as in like millennials are still drinking harder than ever? There was just an article about it, I think in Forbes, talking about how the millennials will save drinking. But I
will save
I
drinking.
will save drinking. I will save drinking.
Even
guys. As a matter of fact,
Prohibition couldn't keep it away.
It can't keep it away. Let me take a drink because we got to save drinking. Ron Rodrigo, let's go. Yeah. So, but I don't like it. I don't like nightlife being just dumbed down to like drinking or not. I think that's the point. Because there's just so much more than that.
It's a lot more.
Yeah.
I do think that a lot besides COVID and all that stuff. I think drinking also everything. At some point, it was cool. The whole table service. It's kind of like going back to just having fun.
Yeah.
Just to go out and go into a place and have fun. The other thing that kind of sucks in a good and bad way. I want everyone to have a business, but it's hard to like. If you go here and you don't like it, or you go to a place you don't like, you go right next door and have a party as well. You go right. There's too many options nowadays too. Back then, you had to know somebody. You had to like go to a destination. There wasn't like 6 venues right next to each other.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, in New York City, it's
or
kind of
nightclubs anyway.
Yeah, you bounce around and. It's always changing, and as owners, we just have to keep reading new books, right? Like we just always have to keep up with how, like that's one of the things about New York City is she's a living organism, so she's always going to change. Places are going to close, places are going to open, especially in this influential era, this content creation era. People do want that new hit. Like we talked about it in Vegas, it was Chasing the Dragon. Like no club in Vegas that I ever worked at. I worked at Rum Jungle, that's closed. I worked at Pure Nightclub, that's closed. I worked at Rehab, that's closed. I worked
Rehab.
at, I don't even know if, was it Tao or Taj? I mean, Tao is still open.
Rehab is closed, right? That's how long.
Oh, Trist. Trist is a club that I worked at. I think that was in the Win. That's now, I think, like, anyway, all these clubs that were open once upon a time, they close. You know, you want something new, something fresh. You want to reimagine in an old space and just give people new. They will want to chase that dragon. They want that next, like, that new scene and the new people. There's just something about that new. So it's...
I got a question about Rehab. There was sand in the pool, right? The floor was sand.
No. Not at Rehab.
Oh, see, that's how drunk I was.
Or maybe the one side at the Hard Rock pool there was, because definitely at Mandalay Bay there's a sand pool where you like feel that there's sand. But no, Rehab was the best day club. Between that,
I'll send it to you.
I was on a reality show.
Really? I have a crazy photo of me at Rehab, and I only went. I think this is why I haven't gone back to Vegas, because it just seems exhausting. Because I went just for like I think 4 times for bachelor parties, and I'm like,
that's all anybody from New Jersey or New York goes for.
I understand.
Come on.
I want to go check it out and like see like the club, like really see them, not just go with like 5.
You want to see the fountain show at the Bellagio?
I don't know, but I don't want to go for a bachelor party anymore. But I have a photo, and I have someone else, and I'm sure I woke up in bar. I didn't like change with a guy at the friggin' pool, but like I have a bathing suit on, I have a tank top, I had the large Rehab.
Yes,
cup.
You did, yeah.
It's crazy.
It cost you $30. It was like vodka soda, and then it was like melted at the end of it.
I was drinking Absolute Pear and Club Soda.
Yeah, you were. Absolute Pear. Oh, the Absolutes were they
Grey Goose
absolutely
Pear,
everywhere. Yeah. Oh yeah, Pear was it back in the day for sure. Yeah. Oh my gosh, those memories. But yeah, that was like a fun essay, and it lasted for so long. But then like after the pandemic, the Hard Rock, it was off the Strip, so it was really hard for them. But they're rebuilding. They're rebuilding the Hard Rock on the Strip. It's supposed to open in 2026, and I actually want to put a Champagne Problems into the Hard Rock. Right? Yeah. Okay, so you are a DJ manager. You're a fake ID maker, but you're also a bar owner.
I am a bar owner.
Multiple times over.
This is going to be my second bar that I opened. That's taken a little long, but I mean, listen, to everyone watching, it's cost a lot of money, okay? So
yeah. So are you telling me, wait, you didn't take over a 5,000 square foot Chinese restaurant, only get 4 months to build it? Did you get a little longer to build it? So be real though, like talk about building out, because
I didn't know, it's like, it really is, you think you know, but you don't know until when I was managing places too, as much as you're involved in the numbers and running the venue and all that, you don't know what the owner's going through or what, let's say, the director of ops is going through. You always think you can do a better job, and I guess that's what keeps you hungry and keep you wanting more, right? But once you get to that spot, you're like, oh,
now I know. Yeah. It's like parents with their kids.
Listen,
they're like, just wait till you have your own.
So we had a bar in the city, closed down right now. Rent was, I'm sure it's not as much as your rent, but it was me, my friend, and a money guy. The money guy disappeared. And I was, always wanted to do more. Signed a lease for New York and signed a lease for a bar in Jersey. because I was like, oh, well, I got my money saved up for that bar. We have a money guy here. Nope. Money guy left. So it was just me and my friend. We opened a bar up, lasted 2 years. It was good. We closed just because we didn't want to go under and drown in debt and stuff like that. We had some small debt, but opening day, we forgot like simple things because we were worried about everything else. Cranberry juice, olives, like people don't realize how much toilet paper and napkins cost. And just those little things that you wouldn't think, or even putting like a bathroom together, like, oh, okay, cool. Da-da-da. Oh, now I have to run caulk along every single seam so roaches don't hide in there. Or just those little things that when you look at the space, you're like, oh, this looks pretty, but it takes so much more than that.
So much more.
The way the bottles are going to be set up, the word cream is going to be put, what's going to go inside there, all those little things that really create or make you stand out from something else. And that just takes a lot of time. So anyway, close that place down, opening a place called Lucy's. I couldn't think of a clever name, so it's my dog's name.
That is a clever name. I think you
But
know.
it's like
Lucy the cat. We love a Lucy.
Yeah, that's right. You
and
have a Lucy
I
the
love
cat.
Lucy. There's nothing more clever than a Lucy.
It's a small cocktail bar. My landlord at the moment has a limo place next door. I'm looking to take over that already afterwards, after I open this one that's not even open yet.
Yeah.
I'm just going to bring a little bit more of a, I don't want to say a New York City feel, but a little bit more elevated feel to the small town in Jersey. It's in Lyndhurst, New Jersey, across the street from a train station. So you guys can all come.
We will come. Oh, we will absolutely come. And
oh, yeah, you did go to my bar in the city and you stole a menu, right?
Yeah. And it was called...
It was called Lost Spirits.
Lost
And I
Spirits.
had to change that.
But let's be real, because you opened that also after the pandemic.
Yeah,
and
right
that
afterwards.
was like, and you opened it in an area that had not really made a comeback yet. We talked about that. Like that area right above Union Square, it was not.
It was on 17th and 5th. So.
Yes, it was just wasn't there. I remember Almond used to be over there, and there was a restaurant very close to over there. Well, you have not Bathtub, but Rain's Law is like down
Rain's
the
Law
street.
Room was across the street, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been there forever.
They've been there forever, though. But you definitely opened in a time, that... the city, it's been 5 years since the pandemic, but it's still making a comeback. And really where I see like nightlife is like heavy is downtown. It's climbing back up. It's finally climbing back up, but it's been a slow climb, a slow pendulum swing. So, you went through it, you opened and closed, and, I sold Not a Speakeasy, and I closed my first one. And it's crazy because like, I made the right choice. I had my reasons for it. And sometimes in business, like I said, it's just like relationships. They're all not supposed to last forever. They can be short chapters. Yeah. You take from it what you take from it. And once you've gone through it once, then you can do it again and go through it because you've learned it. Yeah. And sometimes the right decision is to close and be able to be free to do other things.
It's an expensive lesson, but
it's an expensive lesson.
But if you take something from it, then it's not worthless, right? Like
right.
I learned that. I mean, there was some things. It's my fault. There's some things I didn't. Let's say I had partners too, or a partner. The money guy left, but so I would let him do some things, And now that I'm opening up the other place, I will not. I'm gonna do every single thing, so I know how to do every single thing. So it's like it's a learning process too, and I learned a lot from that space that I can transfer over here and whatever. But sometimes I find myself talking about this with other people who haven't owned a venue or opened up their own things, and it's not knocking them. Like they work somewhere, they're not going to get it, yep. And it either sounds like you're complaining or bragging. Yeah. So I'm just like, all right, tone it down a little bit. But yeah, if you know what you do, you know.
Well, and in my scenario, I am all the guys. There's never been another guy. I'm the money guy. I'm the operations guy. I'm the build guy. I'm all the guys. And I can tell you as a person that's all the guys, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
I'm doing it all myself.
I tell myself all the time. I
just...
see them drinking a straw that I took 6 weeks to get from China that's gold wrapped, and I'm like, "Are you out of your mind? Yeah. Like, do you have an idea how much that straw cost? That green napkin?" Listen, because we all know that the cost went up, and they don't know. They'll never know if their bank account's not attached to it, and you can't expect them to know. But we know all these little things. And but it's also good.
I mean, you made the choice to buy those and do that, and because it adds an element.
I always make these ridiculous. I
do the same thing because you want it done right. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. If not, what are we doing it for, right?
Oh yeah. I'm always my own worst problem because I definitely choose to make, I'm all of my vehicles have to be fun and this, that, or the other. Like I could just have normal cups like normal people, I guess,
Yeah,
but
you be normal
I
then.
choose to be expensive, and ergo everything is expensive. But you didn't go to college. You dropped out. I went to college, and still that was also, like not worth it. I don't know. I'm like a nerd though. I love to learn. I love to be like, like
I like
but
to learn. I think I didn't like taking, which is bad. I just maybe.
but you're in college now. Oh, you're in the college
In
of
my
hard
own
knocks.
college,
That's
yeah.
that's what we're in the business of, because what you're doing is you're learning this, and then like right back to what we said before, you're paying it forward to all these other individuals. That's why I'm always really transparent about my journey, my story. Anybody that's like worked with me, because they're gonna learn. Like you said, it's not a mistake unless you don't take something from it. And even if you close, which may seem like a failure, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just smart survival.
In the beginning, it's a little, I don't want to say embarrassing, be like, damn, like, what if somebody.
No, it's embarrassing.
They know I closed.
It's
And
embarrassing because.
I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
one, did you even do it? I said,
And not
no.
only that, but the people that may have their because there's always gonna be people that
There's always gonna be, just like I
Yeah.
said, when we thought we knew everything until you were involved in it.
Yeah.
Like, I can do that better than that person. I can
Yes.
do this. They don't know how to do
Yeah.
that. And you're like, oh, it was just a lot.
Yeah, like all the people that say that I'm not interesting, that I talk too much on the podcast, I say
got a lot
fuck
to
too
talk
much,
about.
and I'm like, but what about your podcast? How many times do you say fuck on yours? But they don't understand like all the steps that it took to even
get there.
To even get there. So it's okay. It's okay. You find people that you can speak that language with, and we've always been able to speak that language. Not only are we on the same page about being owners and running businesses, but we also speak the same like design language. You're a pretty boy, I'm a pretty girl, and like all the times you'll send me things and I'm like, ooh la la, I love that green, or I love that. So you have an attention for detail as well, which I can tell you that like I love for you, because a lot of men, I can tell it was designed by a dude. I can tell walking into a place that they're not thinking about little details, or they're not thinking about, like I said, I always go back to Martha Stewart of saying, make it beautiful. Make it beautiful, because you always want to appeal to the women. You know that in my venues, every inch is a photo shoot for the babes. Like every single corner, they want to take a shot. So I like that about you, that you're thinking about beauty and making things beautiful, taking care of yourself and all of that, going into it. So okay, so you run multiple businesses, you've owned bars, you like to make things beautiful, and we are going to start another business. I'm sure there'll be, but like you have another business on deck, and you brought me a present. Give me a present.
I just started it. I am making, whoops, I hit the mic. So long story longer. I did not have a beard forever, but now if I shave it, the people that I know would not recognize me. Also, the people that I went to school with, I've sat next to someone that I don't want to talk to, and I'm like, they won't recognize me. I have a beard. Anyway, started learning how to grow one out, started trying some beard oils, really greasy, make you break out, smell like crap. So I started making my own. Recently, a friend of mine who opened up a spa, and this is like 9 years going, right? I've been making my own beard oil. She's like, hey, I'm opening up a spa. We're going to start doing men's facials. What do you use in your beard? Can you show me the link so I can buy some? And I said, oh, I make my own beard oil. And she's like, oh, can you sell me some legally? I said, I can't, but blah, blah. So I'm like, because I like to do more stuff. I licensed a company called UnPolished NYC, a little bit more rugged than your like perfect, like let's all be beautiful and perfect, more like rugged, rough around the edges, New York City, unpolished. Be unsilenced, be unpolished, be outspoken, be yourself, be whatever the hell you want to be rough, be unpolished, right?
So can I say fuck?
Yes. Yeah, you can say fuck as many times as you want. So did beard oil. My fiance has very sensitive skin. She uses face oils and stuff, whatever. She does not have a beard, but she tried the beard oil, did not break. I said, you know what? Let me try to make you a face moisturizing oil for yourself. So I did that. That worked out. She didn't die. She's still around. Good. My friend's dog ate it by mistake. Survived. He's fine.
Dog alive.
Non-toxic, clean, all organic, all good oils. Truth is, a lot of these other companies too, I started learning about it, and they have like 2 oils in there. You can go to CVS, you can go anywhere and order that and make it yourself. I have some really good stuff that I put in here, and I've put the work in and took those steps out, kind of like I did with the DJs and stuff, and make it for people now. Body oils, coffee scrubs, face oils for women, and beard oil for men right now. So I brought you some stuff.
Let's go.
You'll see it's not greasy. There's a little thing to show you what's inside there.
Oh, yes, and it's called Unpolished. I love that. And we all know, like, font is important. So you've got the typewriter font.
Yeah, I like the green. So I like the typewriter font, a little simple. I like the green as opposed to the brown apothecary bottles and stuff like that. It's a little different.
Okay, and so the face oil, you put that on after you've washed your face, or
So you wash your face if you got out of the shower, or you wash your face afterwards when it's a little damp, tap it dry, put some face oil on. You can use it before bed. You can put it on before you put your lotion on, your makeup. And the beard oil, same thing. Come out of the shower, dry it, put some beard oil in there on your hand, moisturize the skin underneath, keeps your hair a little bit more soft, helps you comb it.
Wait a second.
You can put a little on your hands. I don't know if you want to drench your face in oil,
No,
but
I can't. I have the beard oil. I have the beard oil for my hair.
Yeah, oh, that's good too.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just get this oil on. So you're
It's
just
good.
like you have like nothing else to do. So you're just like fucking
I just
around with
like
oil.
to try different things.
Yeah.
Listen, everything's already
Ooh.
been invented. I'm not. It smells. It's good, right?
Smells so
Yeah,
good.
good.
So I like that it says unpolished, but it's actually the polish.
The funny thing is that when I was working at the Gansevoort hotels when I started growing out my beard, that was 2014, something like that. Anyway, I would make it, and girls would be like, "Oh, can you give me some? I want to give it to my boyfriend." They'd come back the next day. Can you give me another one? I kept this one to put on my skin. I'm like, your skin? They're like, yeah, it's not greasy. It absorbs nice and easy. I'm like, okay. So I would make another one. And I come to find out that women like it's not too much of a manly scent, but it smells like oud, like agarwood, sandalwood, stuff like that. And they like it. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I smell good right now.
Yeah,
hell yeah. Okay, that's great. You could sell that shit to hotels.
I mean, right now I have it in spas. People want to go on, it's UnPolishedNYC.com. Leave me your email. I have just like a little placeholder for the site. I literally just started it like 2 weeks ago. Like I've been doing it for a long time, but everything's insured, everything's licensed.
We're gonna get. Listen.
It's important.
Library card. Library card. I don't know.
You got haters out there. So.
We're gonna. Yeah, that's okay. The haters are not making oils. So okay, we're gonna sell this unpolished.
It's good.
We're gonna do it.
It really is good. It works. It's not gonna make you. It's not the fountain of youth, but I mean, because I'm being realistic here, it just keeps you younger, keeps your skin moist. Guys, you won't get like dandruff under your beard on your black T-shirt or whatever. It keeps it nice. You won't give girls a rash when you're kissing them because your stubble's too hard.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh, it's a total thing.
Google it. People watching this, Google that. It's disgusting.
They could probably use it like, maybe they could use it like down there. Like it's okay. All right, so Ron Rodrigo, unpolished. Okay, last question. Favorite NYC nightlife spots? Got to do it.
Oh, no, you can't do that.
I have to because I need to know, the people need to know. Give us a couple of your favorites.
Oh my God, you got me like, you gotta make me think now.
Yeah, you gotta think.
Shit, told me this question was gonna be on here.
This is the truth. You don't go out
take a sip. No, I mean,
because you're very busy in New Jersey, building your own bar, making your own oils.
Well, I do go out, just not as much lately. I don't. Actually, you know what? I like La Esquina because I used to go there when I was when it was like, and I used to work next door at a place called Lair Lounge. I used to do the door there back in the day. Mm-hmm. La Esquina. I still like the cool, like the classic spots like PDT, those like little hidden like bars like that. Attaboy is really good. That's a good cocktail bar. Nightlife. I don't really know that I have like a nightlife, like nightclub favorite venue anymore. I think it's all been changed. And of course, Champagne Problems, duh.
Okay, but they're gonna think I made you do that plug. But yeah, and the reason why I ask is because like I have been like in construction for the past 2 years. I haven't been out, and I'm making it a point to hit all the new places. I think I reached out to you for my 40 for 40. Like I wanted to go to some new. I haven't been to Jeans yet. I want to go to Gospel. There are some new place. I mean, new to me, as in the sense that I haven't been out.
You know what I would say? I would say go to spots that. And this could be, it's not, maybe a little biased. It's just like, go where they let the DJ play everything. Yeah. I think, I'm not knocking gospel those places, but it's like, it's house music, right? It's like tech house, or I don't really even know. But those open format venues gonna be a little more fun. And if they have freedom to play, I think that's where you're gonna have the most fun and see like people of all different ages and races and kind of like a mishmash of things going on. That's always and I feel like that's like real New York, in my opinion, or just a fun energy anywhere. That's
I had that at Acme at the very end. Marco Penta?
Yeah, I love Marco Penta.
He was DJing, and I know him like in like a crazy way. Like a guy that I used to know from Vegas is now a DJ manager, and he worked for blah. But that night at Acme it was full at 4 a.m. and it was open format, and it was like throwbacks with like today's, and so music for everyone.
Remember I'm sorry to cut you off. Remember we had CCNY at oh my God, Not a Speakeasy.
Yeah.
Like that type of open format music, like that energy is what you want to.
I definitely miss the DJs that used to bring me at Not a Speakeasy because we were open format there. We were not as, constricted as that. But we're all going to change that. We're going to launch.
Every place has its own energy.
That's
its
why I
own
built
vibe,
the C, though.
That's
why I built the C.
Okay, so then
the
we're going to
C's
do open
about
format
to be
there. That's it.
Open format. Okay, well, thank you so much for being here.
you.
And definitely, I've really appreciated our relationship as business owners over the years. I'm always in awe of all the things that you're doing. And it's always nice to talk to like somebody that's...
we get it.
Yeah, that you get it. Where we speak the same language. Yeah. We're our own like psychopaths. Like when people are sleeping, we're up. We're thinking
it's
like,
a
what's
little
next?
Nutty, right?
Yeah,
sometimes
like we're a little
I'm like,
bit
maybe
nuts.
we shouldn't. I'm like, but then I look at someone else doing more things, and I'm like, I can do it.
Yeah, I can do it. We can do it. We're gonna vibe until we die, and we're gonna always take on more things. But so it's always nice to have someone that you can be like, hey, you're nuts. Hey, you're nuts too. So like, cheers to being nuts
cheers to that.
and getting
cheers
through
to
this
being
shit
nuts.
together. So yeah, cheers.